Readers and teachers of writing, we all know how daunting it can be to share our work with others, especially when that work is returned to us scrawled in red ink or covered in comments. We also know that writing is a social, iterative activity, and that the way to best hone our skills is through authentic exchanges with interested readers whose feedback can give us new insight into our work. So how can we best balance these opposing impulses, honoring the inherent vulnerability of writing, while motivating students to want to return to their work with fresh eyes? At Write the World, we scaffold peer review for middle and high school students in over 100 countries. To support writing, editing, and social emotional skills, enhance a sense of camaraderie and global citizenship, and drive intrinsic motivation. By allowing students choice in the writing activities that they pursue, and by creating opportunities to receive and integrate both positive and constructive feedback through rubric-based peer review, we empower students to think analytically and reflectively about their work as they improve it and share it with the world. You can bring the world into your classroom by utilizing the platform to connect your writers with peer editors around the world, or use our rubrics and private classroom groups to workshop the reviewing and revising process with a smaller cohort of students. Let's take a look at a piece of writing from our site to give you an example. Here we have The Tesla Effect, a speech written by a young writer in Canada, peer-reviewed by another young writer from Canada. This work was submitted to our October 2020 speech writing competition, which was judged by former presidential speechwriter Sarah Hurwitz, as well as the co-founder of Speechwriters of Color, Michael Franklin. We see that the Message to Readers section inspires direct interaction with audience members, allowing young writers to target peer review by asking for specific feedback. Rubric questions are designed to inspire reviewers to think about and reflect to the writer both affective and intellectual elements of writing, balancing appreciation with suggestions for growth and improvement. For example, what about this speech catches your attention, and how does this speech help you see the issue at hand in a new light? Ask the reviewer to think about the impact of the piece. Whereas, what could make this speech even more compelling, and what words of encouragement do you have for this writer as they continue drafting their speech? Inspire the reviewer and move them towards more constructive, actionable feedback. Our in-text commenting and highlighting tool enables close line editing, allowing students to consider the effects of grammar and mechanics on content and impact. For example, a comment might say, "Help the environment" is a very vague statement. Be more specific to pack a punch. Or, "This sentence does not require an exclamation point." Or, "This is a bit of a misleading statement. Electric vehicles do have some of an impact on greenhouse gas levels, so a better way to phrase it would be significant effect on overall greenhouse gas levels," or "do not have as minor an impact on the environment as we were told." That way it covers the part of your argument where you talk about the resources used. Strictly speaking, the mining of the resources does not majorly impact the greenhouse gas levels, more so the well-being of the planet. Finally, the private comment section towards the bottom of the rubric allows both teacher and reviewer to engage in an iterative exchange, meaning reviewers can workshop their feedback before ever sharing it with the writer. The word revision means etymologically to re-see your work. By connecting students with an authentic and engaged peer audience around the world, you can refresh their approach to the revision process and inspire them to return to their work with fresh eyes. To get started, create a free educator account at writetheworld.com.